Namaste and welcome to Tridevi Chamundandir in Denver, Colorado. This is Yamajit. Glad you're joining me for day 4 of Spring Navaratri 2023. And today we're going to be honoring Ma Kushmanda. Before we begin, just a quick reminder that Sunday, tomorrow, our presentation will also be at noon Denver time. And after that, on Monday, we'll resume our 7 o'clock pujas. Also, I should mention that our last 2 Navaratri pujas will be Wednesday night at 7 and 8, respectively. I usually do the Victory Day celebration at Shiva Sai Mandir, or Sister Temple, and that is happening a day earlier than I anticipated on Thursday. So we'll be finishing up our series on Wednesday. So thus far, we're going through the first 4 of the 9 Durgas. So first was Shailaputri, the daughter of the mountain. The second was Brahmacharini, the mother of devotion and penance. Last night, Ma Chandrakanta, the destroyer of demons, and also the bride of Shiva. And today, Ma Kushmanda, goddess of the cosmic egg. So Kushmanda is the 4th form of the mother goddess, and her name means creator of the universe. For she is the one who brought light into the dark cosmos, and that's why we see her in an orange sari. Like other manifestations of Durga, Kushmanda has multiple limbs, usually 8 or 10, in which she holds weapons, glitter, a rosary, and other holy objects. The glitter is particularly significant because it represents the sparkling light that brings to the world. And we can see that up here in this portion of the picture. I'll try and bring that into better focus. It's a little ring of sparkles, and it also represents the discus, which is a weapon of Lord Vishnu, the preserver. And that represents also the cycle of time, the cycles of the cosmos. All right, so Kushmanda rides a lion, symbolizing strength and courage in the face of adversity. So just as we saw Durga as a bride last night, this is Ma Durga in her most fertile form. And we can see that in both the water pot and also the jar of wisdom nectar that she's holding. Other objects that she's holding is the same pink lotus of wisdom and purity, the same bow and arrow of concentration, especially meditative concentration. Again, the mace for destroying ignorance. And then she's also holding the mala, or rosary, for meditation and the power of mantra. So Jai Ma Kushmanda. And I'd like to say namaste to Kim, who's joining us, and to anyone else who's tuning in at this time, please feel free to say hello using the chat function. And also namaste to anyone who'll be joining later and watching the recording. So I invite you to find a nice, comfortable seated position, again, either on your asana cushion or mat. Again, a straight back chair will also work. Just find that comfortable straight backed position, roll the shoulders back to open the chest, and begin to take some nice, deep, clearing breaths. Again, clearing the mind of distractions. Exhaling anything that stands in the way of yourself and your focus on the present moment. Increasing in relaxation. And increasing in your openness to those divine energies of Ma, the Divine Mother, who we're honoring in these 9 days. And focusing on your heart center and that divine presence within yourself. And once again, remembering the intention that you made on that very first night. That short statement concerning something in your life that you were growing or healing, balancing. And as you breathe, I invite you to once again repeat that short statement to yourself silently 3 times to yourself. And slowly bringing the palms of your hands together at your heart center. We'll once again chant the seed mantra Doom 3 times. Inhale Doom. Inhale and exhale. Slowly open your eyes, looking at your screen with a relaxed gaze. Pavitra Pavitrova Sarvabhistam Gatopiva Yashmade Pandarikaksham Sabhyabhyanta Sushi. Om Shuklam Bharadhanam Vishnum Sashivanam Shatubhijam Prasannavaranam Dayat Sarva Vignopasantaye Jai Ganesha. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshvara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Guru Ve Namah Jai Guru. Om Trayambakam Yajamaye Sagandim Pushtivardhanam Murvarukamiva Bandhanam Machur Mukshyan Mamritat. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Jayanti Mangalakali Bhadrakali Kapalini Durga Shama Shiva Datri Svasvada Namostute Jayatvam Devi Chamunde Jaya Bhutita Harani Jaya Sarva Gate Devi Kalaratri Namostute Jai Ma Kali. Om Surasam Purnakalsham Rudhira Plutmevja Dadana Hastapadhyana in Kushmanda Shubhadastu. Jema Kushmanda Devi. I invite you to join in with our puja mantra, Om Devi Kushmandai Namah. 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 Jema Kushmandai Devi Namah. So I again invite you to close your eyes and again breathe deeply, opening your receptivity and letting our malas and today's story guide your consciousness to where it needs to be at this moment. Om Devi Kushmandai Namah. 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 Om Devi Kushmandaye 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 Namah. Many stories about the goddess who is the consort of Lord Shiva reveal that she has a dual nature. On one hand, as Shiva's wife, whether Parvati or Sati, she ordinarily appears demure, beautiful, and calm, gentle, and loving. But when filled with anger or desire, the goddess either splits in two, creates a sheath or shadow self to express her powerful but potentially destructive emotions, or transforms, revealing a dark inner nature. This theme of the play of inner and outer form, truth and illusion, ultimate and immanent. In this core of many of the stories about Kali, her appearance always cracks the surface of the ordinary mind and reality, bringing profound passions of truths to light. In the beginning of time, the great goddess nature created the gods Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, each of whom desired her for his wife. She appeared to each of them in a horrible form to test their divine perception, and Brahma and Vishnu turned away from her, afraid. Shiva alone, with his divine vision that penetrates all appearances, recognized behind this horrifying manifestation the inner beauty of the supreme goddess, and wished with all his heart to marry her. As a gift, the goddess, nature, promised to be born with her powers intact as the daughter of the sage Daksha and become his wife. In due time, Sati was born, beautiful, golden, glistening to Daksha and his wife, Prasuti. When she reached marriageable age, Daksha arranged a great assembly in order that Sati might choose her husband, but Sati's heart was set on Lord Shiva, the great yogi, the wild ascetic, who had not been invited. The marriage was celebrated by all but Daksha, who became insane with rage and grief, and reviled his daughter and Shiva. Sati's father did not approve of Shiva and found him unacceptable as a son-in-law, with his matted hair, tiger-skin dress, and habits of smearing himself with ashes from the cremation grounds. So when some time later Daksha held a great fire sacrifice, he did not invite Sati or her husband. Sati, hearing of the celebration being held by her father, longed to be present, but Shiva forbade her from attending and rebuked her for her willfulness. Sati in turn became furious and vowed to demonstrate her supernatural powers to remind Shiva of her true nature. Her face began to tremble with rage, her eyes full of red fire. Shiva gasped, terrified at her laughing mouth, which was full of fangs. Her golden skin fell away, revealing her black, naked body gleaming with sweat and garlanded with freshly cut human heads. Her dark hair, brilliant and glassy and brilliant as a galaxy of stars, was crowned with a half moon, flew about wildly as she emitted earth-shaking roars. Seeing this terrifying appearance, Shiva ran away from Sati, full of fear. But wherever he turned, the goddess manifested as another, more terrifying form. In every direction Shiva ran, she appeared in one of the manifestations of the 10 great wisdom goddesses, known only to the wise. The goddess is known as the Dasha Mahavidya. Then Shiva asked Kali, who stood before him, "Why are you so black? Where is my beloved Sati gone?" Kali smiled and revealed to Shiva that she was none other than Sati, as if awakened from a dream. Shiva fell asleep into a deep calm and descended upon him, and recognized his wife as a supreme deity, Kali standing before him. He begged her forgiveness for speaking so disrespectfully to her as a husband, and requested her to do whatever she liked. Kali then set out for her father's home and arrived at the sacrificial arena. Seeing her naked, terrifying form, with furious flaming eyes, Daksha accosted his daughter, saying, "Hey, naked, shameless woman, whose daughter are you? Why have you come here?" The fearsome Kali spoke respectfully to Daksha, howling and telling him that he was only his devoted daughter Sati. But Daksha would not listen and heaped further abuses upon Kali, refusing to recognize her and insulting Shiva as well. At this treatment, Kali split herself into two, creating a shadow form that proceeded to attack Daksha for his disloyalty and pride, and then threw herself onto the sacrificial fire, burning the body born of his daughter Sati forever. When Shiva heard the news of his wife's death at Daksha's sacrifice, he became mad with grief. Even after hearing that it was only a shadow that perished, Shiva was inconsolable. Grabbing Sati's half-burnt body from the sacrificial flames, Shiva carried the corpse upon his head, and in a wild, pounding dance he rocked the earth, causing earthquakes, floods, and landslides. To save the earth from destruction, Lord Vishnu sent his magical discus to cut the body of Sati into pieces, which fell all over the earth. Shiva decided to remain at Kamarupa in Assam, where the goddess's genitals had fallen. Here he engaged in performing austerities to win the goddess's favor, to be reborn as his wife once more. In time, the great goddess was reborn again as Parvati, daughter of the Himalaya mountains. Despite her great beauty, desire, and love for Lord Shiva, she was unable to win his heart, lost as he was in mourning for his beloved Sati. Parvati chastised Shiva for continuing to undergo penance to win back the very one who was standing before him, and Shiva retorted, "If you are my Sati, as you say, then show yourself to me in the form you took as Kali to destroy Daksha's sacrifice, dark, terrifying, naked, and beautiful as a cloud." Parvati, golden, gentle, and serene, then appeared before Shiva as Kali, naked, dripping with blood, with horrible red eyes, her two full, high breasts adorned with glorious garlands of human heads, vast and deep as the night sky. Seeing Kali's magnificent form, Shiva trembled with ecstasy. All of his hair stood on end, and he could not speak. Finally, he lay down upon the ground in a corpse-like state of yogic bliss, samadhi, and pleaded with Kali to place her lotus feet upon his chest. His eyes gazed up at her with supreme love and respect, and she stood upon his chest, her arms upraised, her legs spread out over his body, his lingam erect with desire was the only part of his body that reached up toward the great Queen Kali, whose praises Shiva sang as a hymn of 1,000 names. By humbling himself, seeing beyond the realm of the senses to the deep mysteries of the heart, and surrendering his pride utterly before the magnificent goddess Kali, the Supreme Lord Shiva attains the highest state of bliss and inner knowledge. His hymn of praise exhorts all devotees of the goddess to assume a similar posture of reverence, yearning and ecstatic devotion toward Kali, the dark goddess whose profound mysteries take us beyond ordinary understanding. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Om Aing Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. 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 Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. So I invite you now to meditate for a while in a place of stillness and silence, and again, integrating the sounds of the mantra and the imagery of our story. Om Dum Durgaye Namah. 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 Om Sava Mangala Mangalye Shiva Svada Sadake Saranye Trambake Devi Naryane Namostute. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sana Vavatu Sana Bunaktu Saviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvidyavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat Om. Jai Ganesha. Jai Guru. Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Ma Devi. Jai Ma Kali. Jai Ma Kushmanda Devi. Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di. So I invite you now to slowly bring the palms of your hands together at your heart center. Taking a moment to again thank the Divine Mother for her presence in your life. giving gratitude to yourself for taking part in this practice today, acknowledging that you'll continue to join in our mantras and hearing our stories. Acknowledge that you can watch for the subtle changes in your life, the subtle effects of taking part in these meditations. And then slowly opening your eyes, keeping a nice relaxed gaze. Namaste. Blessings always. Thank you so much for joining me. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. So thank you so very much for joining me today, and I look forward to you joining me tomorrow at noon, where we'll honor the next form of Ma Durga, Ma Skandamata. Till then, have a wonderful day. Jai Ma. Thank you.